Dr. Jill Biden, wife of Vice President Joe Biden, is a mother and grandmother, a lifelong educator, a proud Blue Star mom, and an active member of her community. As Second Lady, Dr. Biden works to bring attention to sacrifices made by military families. Dr. Biden has dedicated herself to shining a light on military families' strength and courage, as well as the challenges that they face. She travels regularly to military bases in both the United States and abroad to visit with service members and their families. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and sincere privilege to introduce to you Dr. Jill Biden.
Thank you, and I'm also Army strong. Good afternoon. It's great to see all of you here today. You know, this is such an exciting day for me. Thank you, Felicity. You did such a beautiful job. You really did. Thank you for sharing your story about what it's like to be a military child, and I'm so glad that you brought Abigail with you, too. Thank you, Abigail. Dean Ginsburg, thank you for hosting us today, and I also want to thank General Odierno and his wife, Linda, for your leadership and your friendship, as well as Patty Shinseki, who has been a great friend and a partner, along with everybody at the Military Child Education Coalition. And thank you, too, Sharon, and everyone at the American Association of Colleges for Teacher Education for all their hard work to make this happen. And I'd also like to personally thank Kirsten White, who worked so hard to pull this all together. Thank you, Kirsten. I want to give a special welcome to the third graders who are here from Fort Belvoir Elementary School. Fort Belvoir was one of the first schools I visited as we were going around the country hearing firsthand from military families and their experiences, and you really have been on your best behavior. I'm really proud of you. Most of all, thank you to all the military families here today in the teachers' colleges who have signed on to Operation Educate the Educators. Many of you know me as Second Lady, and some of you, I guess, know by now I'm a military mom. But I'm also a teacher, and I continue to teach at a community college not too far from here. In fact, I was in a classroom all day yesterday, and I'll be there tomorrow all day as well. So I feel right at home being on a college campus. I love being in the classroom and seeing the difference that I hope to make in the lives of my students. That's why this effort holds such a special place in my heart. One of the best parts of my role as Second Lady is spending time with so many veterans and military families. As I travel to bases across the country and the world, I'm always inspired by the strength and the resilience of our military families. But they have told me about the many challenges they face. The long deployments, the frequent moves, and the stress of having someone in harm's way. When I ask them about their priorities, almost everyone mentions education. I've heard over and over from military families how important it is that a school environment be supportive for military children. And as was mentioned by the General, there are military children in every school district in this country. And there are more than 1.3 million children, military-connected students whose parents are active duty, they're National Guard and Reserves, and they're veterans. So as was mentioned before, 80% of our military kids will attend public schools. On average, as Felicity told you, military children attend 6 to 9 different school systems. It's really kind of unimaginable for those of us who never moved as children. Through each transition, they've had to leave their friends, their sports teams, their ballet classes, and adjust to new schools. We all want to support these children whose parents are doing so much for our country. And I've met teachers across the country who are meeting these challenges in creative and heartwarming ways. Earlier this year, I met a principal from San Diego who has worked with her staff to try and create transition rooms to offer military families kind of a one-stop shop resources. I've also met teachers in Illinois who used writing and art therapy to help National Guard kids with their deployed parents when they felt fear and anxiety. And I met a teacher in Georgia who arranges parent-teacher conferences by Skype, which I thought was such a great idea, so that a parent deployed in Afghanistan can participate in his or her child's education. These are all ways to help families stay connected during a separation and can help allow children to show their pride in being a military child, and we certainly saw that with Felicity and Abigail. When my son Bo was deployed to Iraq for a year, my granddaughter Natalie's teacher hung a picture of Bo's unit at the school door so that when all the children walked in each and every day, they saw that our son Bo, Natalie's dad, was fighting for his country. You know, that meant so much to our family, just as every simple act does for all military families. But I've also heard some heartbreaking stories about military children's challenges. Last year, I told one of these stories to members of the American Association of Colleges for Teacher Education and to the Military Child Education Coalition. In 2010, when I was visiting troops in Iraq for the 4th of July, a general told me a story that I'll never forget. During a concert at his 6-year-old daughter's school, one of her classmates burst into tears when they played the Ave Maria. She told her teacher that they had played that song at her daddy's funeral. He was killed in Iraq. That story is heartbreaking for all of us, and it is the story that inspired all of you. You formed Operation Educate the Educators and set the goal of having 100 colleges of education sign onto the set of guiding principles to raise awareness about military children on your campuses. I'm so pleased we can celebrate that we have surpassed that goal, moving us closer to the day when all teachers will better understand military children and the skills they need to support them. Thank you for what you have done and what you continue to do to make a difference in the lives of so many students now and for years to come. Thank you so much.